Anyone in Dublin can see there's a lot of construction going on right now, and though more residential buildings are always welcome, there is one type that's proving quite controversial, and that's co-living. Described as anything between a boutique trendy hotel and a modern bedsit, this type of housing is modelled on student accommodation but aimed at young working professionals in their 20s and 30s, particularly the transient tech workers coming to the city. Construction has just begun on a 5-storey co-living development right here in Dún Laoghaire. This will offer 208 single rooms with pull-down beds and kitchenettes, along with shared facilities and workspaces. So what do you think of co-living?
Dublin is getting a lot of people from abroad, like myself, and we're more like used to this kind of type of accommodations.
You're likely to meet people more quickly than having to go out and socialise in an unknown area.
It just seems that it's not great. It's being perhaps suggested as an easy fix to the housing crisis, partial fix. But to me, I wouldn't want to be doing it, and I wouldn't want my adult children to be living in those places.
Who do you think co-living is aimed towards?
I think it's more younger people, obviously.
Yeah.
It's definitely
early 20s, mid-20s?
I suppose a Facebook type, a Google type that's on a 6-month contract passing through.
The rents that I've seen quoted for the co-living project seem very high.
And with it costing €1,300 a month, what do you think of that?
Oh well, that's a bit heavy, yeah.
So
I wouldn't like that.
And would you live there?
I'm too old for that now because I have a big family now, but maybe 10-15 years ago I would say totally yes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about co-living. I don't know if I would, but it seems okay.
I live near here anyway, but if I was going to stay in accommodation, it sounds pretty good, but too expensive, I'd say, for me.
Clearly there are mixed feelings about what co-living is and how it will impact an already highly competitive rental market. This type of housing is new to Ireland, but in the last 2 years it has been growing rapidly across Europe with little sign of slowing down. One of the cities with the most co-living units is London, so we are travelling over to find out more about what they are like and who exactly they are designed for. We're here at Finsbury Park in north central London and we're standing outside Gravity Co-living. This converted Victorian villa has been turned into an eco-friendly co-living of 34 single and double occupancy rooms. On its website it says its goal is to create a convenient, flexible and empowering environment for its members. So let's go in and take a look.
So my name is Riccardo Testaro. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Gravity. The Gravity Co-living was designed for young professionals, millennials in particular. We are attracting mainly people between 20 and 40 years old from all over the world. Most of the people we're attracting here are people that are actually new to the city. They're looking for flexibility, all-inclusiveness in terms of the services we provide, but most importantly, they're looking for a community.
My name is David, and I've been here for about 4.5 months. I knew I wanted to be around interesting people who were similar age, similar kind of situation. One of the other challenges of living in a flat in London previously was I felt like I was just constantly getting hit with extra charges and it was a frustrating process. So co-living sort of checked all those boxes. For me, if I was going to be living with people, I think having that structure and that community is just a better way to do it. So sort of fit what I needed, and here I am.
The concept of co-living and calling Gravity is perfectly suited for professionals and millennials, given the fact that you have the flexibility to work from home and having such an amazing co-living space whereby you can work and socialise with people you live with.
We often sit down and have meals together. Everyone comes and you've got that great sense of community, making new friends and people that you have already made friends with who you might not have seen during the week. Like, it offers that chance to catch up on what everyone's been up to, and yeah, it's a really great time for everyone to get together.
We've heard from the residents of Gravity Co-living, but we took to the streets of London to find out what the locals here thought of it and whether they would live there.
I can definitely imagine it, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. It's sort of, I imagine it's with people that you don't necessarily know very well, but like you're in a shared living space.
Yeah, I do live in co-living, so yeah, no, I think it's great. Like it's always like it's quite fun. Like meet lots of people through it, and so no, I've always enjoyed it. Yeah.
No, too old. I would have done when I was young, but yeah, not now.
I mean, there's obviously certain variables and conditions, but yeah, I don't see why not.
It seems like a good idea when people need somewhere to live. Yeah. Works for students. I don't know what it's like for people in work or families, but for students it's good.
I wouldn't be able to afford to live in London if I wasn't living in like a shared house or anything like that. So, I think it's a good way of saving money.
Seems like nice thing to do. Probably like quite a communal way to live, better than just living by yourself. So yeah,
sort of having like a communal space. I've done that in the context of living in university halls.
Yeah. And who do you think is it perfect for?
I would guess young professionals, people who are like trying to save money living in cities in London.
People that don't mind like having to like share a bit of space or haven't kind of moved on to that next stage of like wanting a family or stuff like that.
But anyone trying to make their way into London in general, anyone looking to move here, as I say, it's really expensive. So, I mean, yeah, it could work for anyone really.
There are a lot of advantages to living at Gravity and other co-living developments, but they're not for everyone. They're not designed to be. Co-living is coming to Ireland, and though it's certainly not a solution to our housing shortage, it is reflective of the changing workforce in Irish cities. It would suit someone coming here for the first time who doesn't want to sign up to a 12-month lease or utility bills, but wants something more social than a hotel, more of a community. In one of Daft's rental reports last year, it was noted that we needed 80,000 more rental units to be built in order to meet the shortfall. So, if co-living and other developments are built to meet demand, it should reduce prices. In the near future, it seems very likely that large developments like the one in Dún Laoghaire will be built, as well as smaller companies like Gravity that will manage and convert unused spaces. But as to how many, only time will tell.